Hey guys, welcome back to the Comic Book Lowdown. I'm Wellington, and this is day one of my week of spring break videos. This is, of course, the free digital comic review. The first day I'm doing it on a Monday, which I plan to make my the day that I do these now instead of Thursday. And today I'm finally reviewing 3 comics again, but I stuck only with Marvel this time. Excuse me that my voice is a little weird. I got like stuffy nose and all this kind of stuff. But I stuck with Marvel this time because yesterday, I don't know if anybody else picks up Marvel digital comics for free off of the app, but if you don't and you'd like to, I'd suggest now is a good time to get that app because yesterday, I don't know if this was some kind of deal, and it's still going on actually, but I don't know if it's some kind of deal or they messed up at Marvel, but usually they have maybe 12, maybe 14 comics for free on their free list, and a couple of them are good and a couple of them so-so. Yesterday, I personally downloaded for free, not 1, not 2, but 97 free comics that were good comics. I'm talking about ranging from some Marvel Now issue 1s to even the first Fantastic Four issue ever, and the first Captain America issue ever, first Daredevil ever, first Wolverine, and which is one of the ones I'm reviewing, first X-Men, or not first X-Men, but X-Men with Chris Claremont and Jim Lee, the first one. So, great comics. So, I definitely recommend getting on top of that if you haven't already. But anyways, I got 3 comics to review for you guys. And I'm just going to start off with What If. The first What If story I've ever read. And this is What If Venom Possessed Deadpool. This is written by Rick Remender, art by Sean Mole. And this issue is pretty funny. Excuse me, it's pretty funny, but a lot of points I had no idea what I was reading, really. It's just all really crazy. This is taking place in not the 616 universe, but the 615.9 universe. So this is really weird to talk about because I know how in the What Ifs the Watcher is always presenting the story, and this there's I think it was 3 or 4 different Watchers that aren't the Watcher that are talking about the Watcher from the 616 universe, and the Watcher in the 615.9 universe is he's taken the form of a human with Jerry curl, and you would think that the Jerry curl is not a big deal, but they make a huge deal out of it in this issue. And so the whole thing is Galactus hires Deadpool to go kill the Watcher because the Watcher played a prank on Galactus by forming MODOK as Galactus's butt. So it's just so stupid. And so he gives Deadpool a retcon gun, so he could pretty much wipe out the Watcher from existence. And so Deadpool meets the Watcher, and the Watcher's having this awesome party with all these girls around. Deadpool, he's about to, he's gonna kill the Watcher, and then he ends up just partying with him, and then while he's doing this, Spider-Man in the black suit busts through a window, and he's gonna kill the Watcher, and then he gets thrown out of a flying car because they're in the flying car actually, and it's all weird to talk about. He gets thrown out of a flying car. He hails Mephisto and asks Mephisto to save him as he's plunging to the ground, and the Venom suit comes off, and then it possesses Deadpool. And it's not really the suit. They don't make any big deal about the suit. It's all about the Venom Jerry curl. Because now Venom has Jerry curl and Deadpool now has Jerry curl. So and it's so dumb. It's like, and it just goes on and on with, like, it gets more and more ridiculous. Like, Deadpool, it goes out through decades. So they start out in 1985, and then they go to 1990s, and then they go to 2001. So in the 80s, they're partying and stuff. In the 90s, they're broke, the Watcher and Deadpool. Now they're they're broke with Tony Stark, and they're just hanging out with him. Tony Stark sold all his Iron Man armor except for the one glove, and they're drinking together. Of course, Tony Stark's an alcoholic. And then the Watcher abandons them, and then jump to 2001. They're on a Jerry Springer type show, and just the Watcher is dating the Carnage Curl, which is Carnage with a Jerry curl, and it's a girl, and they're having a baby, and it's so ridiculous. It's hard to talk about. If you want to read it, just read it, but there's so much to it. It's a really long read, actually. It took a while. Maybe it's just because it was on my phone, but it did not go by quickly at all. So there's just a lot to say there. But, I'd recommend it. It wasn't great, but it was alright. Next thing I got for you guys, though, Captain America Marvel Now, issue number 1. I've always wanted to read this. Everybody seemed to think it was okay. Also by Rick Remender, art by John Romita Jr. And me personally, I actually loved it. I thought it was a great story. If you haven't read it, Captain America, it starts off with a flashback of Captain America as a kid, and his father is like beating his mom, and his mom just is always standing up to the father no matter how much she gets beat. And then she gives young Steve Rogers the life lesson, always stand up to whoever you're facing, and that comes into play as he's trying to stop this plane from the Green Skull, trying to take over, like kill all of humanity so they don't kill plants and all this kind of stuff. You've probably heard about this whole story already. And then it goes into this whole. There's some good character things that I like between Steve Rogers and the S.H.I.E.L.D. liaison. I can't even remember her name though. But I really like the character stuff between them because it's like Steve Rogers is. You can tell that he's out of place in the world, and he's still adjusting even though he's been in this time for so long now. You think that he's well adjusted, but Remender does a good job of characterizing Steve Rogers in that kind of way. He's kind of awkward, even though he's this super being. And then they're gonna go on. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's easy to read. It's easy to understand when you read. But they go on to this train, or only Steve Rogers does, and it takes them to Dimension Z, which is some people trying to, I think, replicate the super soldier serum on him. They kidnap him, and then he gets away, and it's pretty much how the issue ends. There's a little more things in between, but my thoughts on it, I liked it very much. I probably will pick up Captain America and trade, at least the first trade. If I don't like it past, the first trade, then of course I won't pick any more up. But this is really my first experience with Captain America, and I had a really good one, actually. I really like how Remender did the character. And finally, like I said earlier in the video, I read Wolverine, issue number 1, written by Chris Claremont, art by Frank Miller. This issue is awesome. Wolverine, this is the Wolverine I think they need to be doing in the Savage Wolverine. Not the Wolverine that says cripes a bunch of times and then gets beat up every time. This Wolverine is, he's savage. He's actually savage. He's a good fighter. He's got, emotional issues. He goes to see Mariko, and there's a lot of character stuff there where she's been forced into marriage and she wants to abide by the honor of her father, and it's more important than the love and all this kind of stuff, because Japanese culture and tradition that honor is the most important. You gotta honor your family, honor your clan, honor your father, and all this other kind of stuff. And so Wolverine and the husband that she's married beats her, so that tears Wolverine up, and he's gonna kill her. He's gonna kill the husband. Murako tells him to stop. He tries to leave, and then he gets in a fight. He gets drugged, and then he has to fight her father and battle for her honor, and he loses. Now, it's not Wolverine, the kind of Wolverine that they always depict, always losing in a fight. I always see Wolverine losing in fights. He's always getting beat up. But this was a real fight that he was going to lose, not just because he was a lesser fighter, because her father, Miruko's father, is an expert swordsman. But it wasn't only because he was a lesser swordsman than him, but because he was still drugged. And so, they took, and the father cheated. So Wolverine still would have had a way better chance had he, been at the same physical shape as her father. So that right there, that's not the kind of Wolverine that loses all the time, that they always depict in everything else, honestly. He's always losing. I really like this Wolverine a lot better. If I can pick up the omnibus of this Chris Claremont stuff, I would definitely do it, because it's some good stuff right there. And nothing else left to say. Definitely recommend it. You guys should totally pick that up if you're interested in Wolverine at all. But anyways, that's the 3 books that I read today. This is 1 video down, 6 more to go. Tomorrow, I'm bringing you guys Avengers vs. X-Men review on the whole maxi series, just the main book. But it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun, and I'm really enjoying making videos for you guys. Anyways, Wellington signing off with the Comic Book Lowdown, and I'll see you guys next time.